Tonight, I want to talk about bubbles. First, one of my all-time favorite stories of entrepreneurship. In the early 1800s, a young widow named Barbe Nicole Ponsardin inherits a small family vineyard in northeast France. She knows nothing about the wine business, yet proceeds to revolutionize it. She invents the process of storing bottles of sparkling wine upside down in special racks, then turning them to freeze off excess yeast. This makes the taste sharper and more bubbly. Barbe Nicole's 1811 vintage is said to be the first modern champagne. Now, she's perfecting this process as the Napoleonic Wars are raging, and at one point, Russia invades her hometown. As the Russian army loots and pillages, the experienced winemakers shutter their businesses. Barbe Nicole spots a marketing opportunity. She resolves to get the Russian army wasted. Today they drink, she says. Tomorrow they will pay. Then, right before the war ends, she takes one more calculated risk. She runs the blockade, smuggling her entire 1811 vintage to the borders of St. Petersburg. The moment the peace treaty is signed, Barbe Nicole's bottles arrive in Russia, crushing the competition. Even Tsar Alexander declares he will drink only the widow. The French word for widow is veuve, and Barbe Nicole Ponsardin's late husband was François Clicquot. The story of Veuve Clicquot, the first woman to run a multinational company, is the story of an entrepreneur who embraced turbulence and transformed an entire industry. It's the story of bubbles reshaping our world. Endeavor is also the story of bubbles. As all of you walked through the entryway tonight, you traversed our 25-year history told through a series of floating bubbles. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Should we really be talking about bubbles in 2022? Well, like the widow Clicquot, Endeavor has embraced turbulence, and for 25 years, we've transformed not an industry, but entire economies. In July 1997, Thailand's baht currency collapsed, triggering a financial crisis that rippled from emerging markets as close as Southeast Asia and as far as Brazil. When the currency bubble collapsed, most outside investors pulled out of emerging markets. Endeavor ran toward them. That same month, our co-founder, Peter Kellner, traveled to South America while I set up Endeavor's headquarters here in New York. Together with our founding board members, Jason Green and Gary Mueller, both here tonight, we wrote Endeavor's initial mission to transform the economies of emerging markets by selecting and supporting high-impact entrepreneurs. In March 2000, the dot-com bubble burst. Many investors pulled out of tech. Endeavor again ran toward the turbulence. Two of the early Latin American tech companies we supported around this time, Mercado Libre and Globant, would both go on to become public companies. Today, Globant provides the worldwide tech platform for Disney and FIFA World Cup 2022. While Mercado Libre has become the most highly valued company in all of Latin America. By 2008, the US housing bubble had burst, triggering the global financial crisis. And a few months later, we got a call from business leaders in Greece. Would Endeavor consider broadening our mission beyond emerging markets to bring our model to Europe? When we officially launched Endeavor Greece in 2012, I was invited onto CNBC with Andrew Ross Sorkin.
Why in God's name, if you were going to start doing business in Europe, would you start doing it in Greece? So I got a call from Greece, a Greek business leader, saying, can you take Endeavor's model to Greece? And I thought, this is the perfect time. When economies turn down, entrepreneurs look up.
Now, I amended my line to when economies turn down, entrepreneurs turn up, and Endeavor shows up. Our theory was that Endeavor entrepreneurs do even more than turn up. They actively multiply their impact to ignite local tech ecosystems and to strengthen their local economies. With our partners at Bain, we coined the Multiplier Effect to capture the process whereby successful entrepreneurs inspire, mentor, train, and invest in the next generation. We began our research into the multiplier effect in Buenos Aires, and yes, our findings involve bubbles. This is the tech ecosystem in Argentina in 1999. The outer ring represents years, and the blue circles, or bubbles, represent tech companies. There's only 17 companies founded in an entire 17-year period. Lines represent the connections between and among founders, and there's not much founder-to-founder connectivity. By 2007, some more startups have launched, and there's some more lines of connection, but the tech ecosystem is still not robust. Okay, now it's 2014. Lots of lines mean more connection, more mentoring, inspiration, investment, training happening. And you'll notice that some of the bubbles are larger than others. The bigger a bubble, the more influence that startup's founder has. The four big bubbles here include Mercado Libre, Globant, and another Endeavor company, Patagon. But to get a real sense of the multiplier effect, let's look at this same 2014 map, removing just the four big bubbles and all their connections. Without the big bubbles, without the multiplier effect, and without Endeavor, it's as if we've been transported back to 1999. Now, we've repeated our study in multiple countries, and this you see Istanbul and Lagos. Every study revealed the same conclusion. It takes just 3 to 4 big bubbles, just 3 to 4, to catalyze a tech ecosystem anywhere. So we started a little healthy competition among our entrepreneurs and said, how big is your bubble? Let's take a look at 4 of the Endeavor companies with the biggest bubbles. We're going to take a look. No, we have one before. Kareem, we have Globant first, I think. Okay, well, the Globant boys, you know, they inspire, they mentor, they train, they serve on the boards of Endeavor Argentina. Here we have the Kareem bubble, and Kareem's bubble got larger in 2019 when Uber bought the Middle East ride-sharing company for $3.1 billion. Since then, over 100 tech firms in the Middle East have been founded by ex-Kareem employees. Abdullah serves on our board in Saudi Arabia, and this year, Mudassar brought Endeavor's model to Pakistan, where he serves as our local board chair. This is the bubble of Insider. The Turkish software company became part of the Unicorn Club this year when it reached a valuation of $1 billion. Honda serves on our board of Endeavor Turkey and serves as an active mentor to female founders across the world. And lastly, the bubble of Twiga, Kenya's top ag tech firm. In addition to being an Endeavor, in addition to serving on the board of Endeavor Kenya, Peter is an active Endeavor selection panelist and a local angel investor. And in our 2,500 founder network, we have many of the next generation of big bubbles. Or, as some of my team now call them, the multipliers. So, this past July, we were able to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Endeavor Greece at an extraordinary event in Athens, hosted by our chair, Constanza Spoku Konstantakopoulou, We were joined by the Greek Prime Minister, Kyriakos Mitsotakis, the co-CEO of Netflix, Ted Sarandos, Oscar-winning actor Adrian Brody, at the Odeon of Herodes Atticus, a 2,000-year-old theater at the base of the Acropolis. Wow. And in that evening, Prime Minister Mitsotakis, whose wife Mareva was our founding board chair, praised Endeavor Greece for lifting up the entire Greek economy by stimulating local tech talent and encouraging expats to come back to Athens. Take that, Andrew Ross Sorkin. It turns out, when economies turn down, entrepreneurs do turn up, and Endeavor shows up. With all the world's ups and downs over the past 25 years, Endeavor has remained a constant, thanks to so many people in this room and so many outside this room. Together, we've embraced turbulence around us, and we've helped transform these economies and nurtured the bubbles that will reshape our world. Thank you. So, I want to pause now and just say how incredible it is to be here with all of you. After 3 years, we are finally back in person at our Endeavor Gala. Woohoo! It's an incredible way to toast our silver anniversary. And I want to play just a quick little game so we get to know who is in the room. So if we could bring the lights up. Little. Can we? Okay. Yes. Hi. All right. So, anyone who is an Endeavor OG, if you were involved with Endeavor as of 2020, as of the year 2000, as of the year 2000, in any capacity, please stand and remain standing. Yes, as of 2000. All right. If you were involved with Endeavor in any capacity, board, entrepreneur, mentor, team, as of the year 2010, please stand and remain standing. If you were involved with Endeavor as of 2019 in any capacity, this involves early catalyst investors, please stand and remain standing. Okay. So if you are an Endeavor entrepreneur that was selected at a virtual international selection panel, or you were a virtual ISP panelist, stand and remain standing. If you're representing one of our 4 newest companies, Romania, Canada, Poland, or Pakistan, please stand and remain standing. Okay, and if this is your first Endeavor Gala, or if you are with us only at Endeavor Galas, please stand and remain standing. And this should be... Now this should be everybody. Now this is a big bubble. Can we hear it for Endeavor? So, as you're taking your seat, I just want to end on a personal note. People ask me why I'm still doing this after 25 years and what keeps me motivated, and the answer is our entrepreneurs. My husband, Bruce, jokes. My husband, Bruce, jokes that I love my daughters, Tybee and Eden. I love Endeavor entrepreneurs, and I tolerate everybody else. There are so many founders in this room I've known for years, and others I've had the pleasure of meeting more recently through one of our virtual ISPs. And to all our entrepreneurs, I want to say that it's your bold ambitions and aspirations, it's your selfless giving and generosity of spirit, and it's your willingness to do whatever we ask each and every time we call that not only keeps me motivated, but keeps everyone here motivated to live our Endeavor values more fully. And over the past 25 years, I've ended almost every email with a message that's in my heart tonight. Onward and upward. Thank you. Thank you.